Okay. So, while we're live for a second, I am going to go and steal your profile picture so I can put it on here so that people can see.
Sounds good.
There we go. Just having to jump through a couple of hoops. I was going to try and get more stuff done. The downside is that it took a little bit longer than I was expecting at work today. There we go. Oh, wrong thing. And I am just going to steal this. There we go. I literally just did the most ghetto way to steal your profile picture. So, no worries. Got that. I am going to now put it in here. I don't know how I'm going to put it in. Give me just one second. I got this. I am super wise, super smart. Don't worry. I got this. Yoink. And then yoink, 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 yoink. There we go. Do that. Do that. And I am going to select this area. What? No, I want the lasso. Give me the lasso. Alright. But while I am doing this, I'm going to explain the game. So, if you recall, back in the day, whenever I used to do live streams, I used to do a little fun game. And my pin is not... The... Yes, I did a couple. But my personal favorite one was the wheel. I would spin a wheel. And whenever I spun the wheel, whatever character it would land on, I don't know why this is not selecting. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Give me just 1 second.
Alright. It is barely holding on, but it's holding on.
Full screen. There we go.
All we need is a little bit.
And what? Okay. What? 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 Okay. Okay, so my lasso tool is not working, but that is fine. I am going to fix it real quick. There we go.
Can I get on Twitch while being on Discord?
Hmm?
Can I get on Twitch so I can see the chat while being on Discord?
You might have to do it from a separate device.
Oh, okay.
That is the only issue. There we go. Let's go with downloads. And Momo. It's only 5 minutes after, but we are getting it. We are getting it. There we go. Image. That's
25, but it takes me like an old lady to set up.
There we go. There we go. Go to downloads. Excuse me, or excuse you. Where's Momo? I just saved it. Oh, don't you be a biscuit. Oh, that's... I saved it as a clip studio format. That is why. I pulled a dummy. Browse. Ah, there it is. There we go. Done. Yoink. Boom. Done. Easy. That is what we call a freaking magic. Now, I'm just going to put down our names real quick. That's super simple. And... There we go. And... Corey DC. Wow, I messed up my name. I spelt it wrong. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yuck. There we go. And then I can probably hit add text. I'm not going fancy. I am just going normal. There we go. And Momo. There we go. Let me grab it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on. Let me. It sounds like I'm typing really fast. I'm not. There we go. Done. Easy. It only took a minute. Alright. So we're going to spin a wheel. And the thing is that once we spin this wheel, we are going to... Oh, wow. That is not the wheel. That is definitely not the wheel. Where's screen time? Scene? No. Screen time? Yes. Okay. So we're going to spin this wheel, and it's like a wheel of morality. We are going to watch it turn, 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 and we are going to get 2 characters that we're going to have to, well, one person is going to draw, and the other one is going to draw the other one.
Sounds good.
I'm about to say, it might sound a little bit on the scary side, but it is fine. There we go. No worries. And that's the thing. We get to have as much fun as we want with this. There we go. And the cool part is that everyone at home can play along as well. So we're going to spin for 2 characters. And I am going to boop. There we go. Now we can see the wheel. So I just randomly wrote down a ton of different characters that I could think of off the top of my head in about 5 minutes. Yeah. So if you have a question about the character, I can send you a picture of the character.
I also have my laptop finally set up, so I
Oh.
can look it up too.
There you go. Alright. So we're going to do the first spin, and spin, 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 spin. The first character for me is going to be Roger Rabbit. Now, for you, Momo.
My screen's a little delayed, so
Huh.
you'll be able to tell me before I see it.
Yeah. Well, actually, funny story. You got my OC, Natasha. That is actually hilarious. Perfect. All right. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. I get to do Roger Rabbit. I don't remember the last time I've ever drawn Roger Rabbit. I cannot remember. It's been a minute. Normally,
Roger Rabbit.
I don't think I have. So this is going to be the first time I draw Roger Rabbit. But honestly, he is one of my... Like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of my all-time favorite movies. Mainly because whenever it comes to that movie, it is so much fun. It was so beautiful. So, let's see. Oh, gosh. Oh. This is going to be tricky for me, actually. Because...
I had to put your Instagram to get Natasha.
Valid. Valid, valid. I'm going to close that. There we go. So let's see how this is going to play out. Ooh.
I haven't drawn Natasha in so long.
I know. I'm a horrible person. I'm a horrible human being.
I'm
Oh.
like having to scroll to find her.
Oh, no. No. It's been a long time. I need...
Like, you put up like a little word thing with her on Instagram, but like it's
let me see. I can probably send you a link to a ton of them. Let's see. I wonder if I still have this. Back on my old DeviantArt. Oh, you're starting to find her?
Yeah, I'm starting to see her.
Good. Because I was about to say, I might have to go back to my old DeviantArt days and find something. Alpha Chase!
Draw them in like our own style and stuff?
You can draw them in your own style. You can draw them however you want. This first run is going to be just pretty relaxed. That's going to be the fun part about it. Because later on, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pen. Pen, why? Pen, why don't you pen? No.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. My pencil's always pencil.
No, my pen is not wanting to work. This is not a good. Oh no. Well, let's hit set screen area. Alright, and... Oh no. Oh no, no, no. No!
Are we having technical difficulties?
I am having very much technical difficulties. My computer is being the butt.
Why does it choose to be the butt when I'm finally on stream?
I don't know.
My friend with computer.
I am going to calibrate it real quick. And see if that works. Maybe it will. No, it does. Wow. I'm going to have to close out Clipsio Paint and reopen it. Give me 1 second. Wow.
Gives me a head start. Oh.
Yeah, it gives you a long head start. Abby, are you dying over there? Jeez.
No dying.
Momo says no dying.
Too bad. We fucking broke this game and I love it.
Alright. I got it to work. Okay. Everybody, we are back in the stretch. We are ready. We are prime time. Prime frickin' time. Zoom in on that beautiful boy of Roger Rabbit. When was the last time you actually watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Nah. It's been a while, that's for sure.
It's been a while? Oh.
I've seen it like 3 times.
Really?
But I haven't like sat down and watched a good movie. I've been watching more TV shows than anything else.
I will be honest. I have watched this movie way too many times to be healthy.
Really?
Oh yes, it is horrible.
Can you do his voice?
I wish. That is one voice I want to learn how to do. But
Don't learn it, Corey.
I know I do. I got to. The
You've
down.
seen the movie enough times.
I know, but I have not been able to do good voices in years. And it's mainly because I haven't been practicing. I've been sitting at a freaking desk and drawing continually, and it's just like,
Well, while you're sitting at your desk, you just play around with some voices.
the one I want to learn is how to say the please that he always says. It's like I can't do the flapping sound. It's like a please or something like that. Oh my gosh. I just wish that I could do all that. But one day, maybe one day. But I will say that, have you heard the random stuff about Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
No.
Like, back on the original VHS tape, if you can find the original VHS tape, you can actually, in one scene, whenever they had the car accident, if you look close enough, and you freeze frame it just right, apparently Jessica Rabbit is not wearing underwear. And it had a massive recall because of that.
See?
Yes. One frame. And actually, in the,
A lot of people would buy that out.
oh yeah, it's freaking expensive now. But, in the Rescuers Down Under, there's actually a scene in one of the windows, whenever they're taking off, in the original VHS tape, that there is a naked lady in one of the windows.
You gotta sneak it in, man.
Yeah, and also...
Kid movie, but gotta get those parents in.
Oh yeah, and the funny part is, it doesn't stop there. I mean, you also have, what was it? In The Little Mermaid, the cover was very controversial because apparently the person that was doing the art for it, accidentally,
Confirm, have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Quotation.
I actually almost bought one.
Oh, you didn't?
Almost. Why didn't you?
Okay, so here's the fun part. It was $9 and I should have bought it, but I didn't. I'm a complete idiot, I know.
If it was like $100, I understand, but $9.
I know, I was a cheapskate. But the thing is that on the cover, there's a penis on the cover. It's a golden penis.
Oh, I thought it was like. Oh wait, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was actually quite famous. And there's what was it? They even talked about, apparently, the artist said that it was the guy who's marrying the Ariel and whatever his name is, that it was his
I
foot.
don't remember his name.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the princess.
Oh, nobody cares about the prince, let's be honest here. But apparently the past or priest or whatever that was marrying them, apparently he I'm not getting the form that I want, but apparently they said that it was his foot, but it was in a place that you would not think is his foot. It was not his foot. And everybody's like, yeah, it was probably the guy was very happy at the altar. Oh yeah. There's a lot of...
That's better than being unhappy at the altar, right?
Oh, totally. But there's so many weird things, and it's because actually in Disney, if you ever get a job in Disney, the worst part about working for Disney is that they own the rights to anything you make while employed by them. So if you design a character and it's like, oh yeah, this is just my personal character, I just really enjoy it, and they're like, oh, did you do that while you were employed with us? And then you're like, yeah. They're like, oh, that sucks, because guess what, it's ours. And they'll have rights to your character.
See, that would be annoying.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of artists that did not know about that, and when they got jobs at Disney,
Probably in that fine print.
oh yeah, they got the jobs at Disney, and they're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go work for Mickey Mouse. And basically it goes, oh, wait, what? And they're like, now I own you and everything you do. And it's like, oh, that's great. So a lot of artists actually were like, you know what? I don't like that. I really don't like that. So they decided to draw different things that well, a little bit risque, if you know what I mean.
I do the same thing. I draw dicks everywhere.
Yeah, and apparently Disney, in their vault, has so much just random porn of different Disney characters because the artist got fed up that it's just absolutely hilarious. And the thing is
That would make them so much money if they ever have to go bankrupt.
I know, right? But
Disgusting as that is, but it's so true.
it is so true, though. But they now own the rights to all that. And apparently Nintendo, I think, owns the rights to a porno of Mario that they bought so that they could take it off the shelves.
That sounds about right. I mean, there's probably so many ideas in people's heads for that.
Oh, yeah, it... Trust me, you don't even have to throw a rock into the freaking abyss of the internet. You'll hit probably about 450 of them.
People are freaks. That is for sure.
True story, true story. Oh, gosh.
I'm attempting to draw legs. For those of you who don't know, my art style is doing everything in my power not to draw things that I'm not good at. And I will try and hide it in every piece of art that I do.
You know what my teacher used to teach me whenever I was younger?
What?
They always told me, if you don't like it, put a leaf on it. Or put a leaf over it.
See, but I can't put a leaf over this idea. Because Natasha isn't really around leaves.
Exactly. That was like,
Smoke, though.
do it. Freaking do it.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm not gonna put legs. Fuck legs.
No legs. Only smoke.
See? This is my art style. Just erase.
Exactly. That's the best part about an eraser. With me, it's Control Z.
So I am going to be drawing her where she's trying to open up her third eye.
Ooh.
Meditating, but there's gonna be steam around her because she can't really meditate or calm down.
I am drawing freaking Roger Rabbit, but I have no clue what's going on with this boyo. He is whacked out.
He looks like he puffed a roach.
Oh yes. Yes.
He's like, oh god.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, Hal! What's up? I'm trying to think of what type of face shape I kind of want to give him, because I want to have him have a really fun face shape, and oh, you know what? That weird pucker face, where it's like whenever the person's mouth is just like sucked in, it's just like.
Yeah, it's like he's eating sour candy.
Yes. It's like a warhead. Oh my gosh. Did you ever see the kid who ate, like, the blue warheads so much that it actually burned a hole through his tongue?
No.
It's apparently a thing. And I was like, oh my gosh. How? How is this? Why? Why, child? And they actually, yeah, they had to take him to the hospital and everything, and I'm just like, buddy, oh.
That's awful. The fact that the parents, like, allowed him to have that many, though. Because, like, I know how many pieces of candy my child puts in.
Exactly. You gotta keep track of that somehow. Or just don't give the kid candy. Not unless you're around.
Candy. Not because I'm mean, but because he does not need the sugar.
Valid. My parents try to keep me away from sugar. For some odd reason. I would never know why. I was the calmest child ever.
I would never give you 300 milligrams of caffeine.
You know, the funny part is caffeine actually is a downer for me.
Really?
Yeah. Because
It sometimes puts me to sleep.
it's so weird. It hits me completely different than a lot of people. And I've had people sit there and go, oh my gosh, you should totally try caffeine. And I'm like, okay, cool. Bet, let's try it. And they're like, oh yeah, it'll keep you awake and everything like that. And I'm like,
And you pass out.
yeah, I'm just out like a freaking light. And they're just like, I don't know, what's wrong with the man? I'm like, you gave me caffeine. That's what's wrong. Or my heart literally goes into almost heart attack mode.
Same, I can feel my heartbeat sometimes with the amount of caffeine I take.
Yeah. Some people that will come up to me and they're like, oh yeah, I downed like 15 monsters. I'm like, how are you not dead? Like, seriously. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, and the hearts are way down.
And they're just like, oh no, don't worry. I mean, I'm just used to it. I eat so much. Or eat so much, wow. Drink so much.
I drink coffee too, and I love it, but I've drinking so much now that I started to have heart palpitations. I had to cut back.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, I was drinking like close to like 5 to 800 in a day milligrams of caffeine, and so I had to cut back because I was just drinking way too much, and I started getting heart palpitations, started having so many issues, and it was just really bad.
Oof. That is not good.
Yeah, I was having heart cramps to the point where I thought like my heart was gonna explode. I thought I was getting a heart attack at 25.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
You know what I was doing at 25?
What? Don't age yourself, Corey.
I am going to age myself a little bit. When I was a young lad. No, 25 was not that long ago. I went to the corner store and got myself a bubble gum for 25 cents. Yeah. Good gosh. No, I actually... So my dad has a chronic exhaustion, I think is what they just labeled it as, because they didn't know what the hell was going on with him. So they're just like, you know what we're going to call it?
When doctors do that.
Yeah, they're just like, so, Doc, what's wrong with me? And they're like, fuck if I know, but hey, guess what? We're going to name it after you. And it's like, oh, what? Excuse me? What? You're going to name it after me? Yeah, it will be your long-lasting legacy. Yeah, and it's just like, excuse me? But apparently, my dad has had chronic exhaustion for, like, badly for ever since he was 40. And whenever I hit about 25, 26, I think it was 26. Whenever I was at work, I had chronic exhaustion so bad that I could not get out of bed. And it was funny because I looked at my dad and I was like, hey, Pop, remember whenever you had issues with being able to get out of bed? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, when did that start? And he's like, oh, I don't know, around 40. And I was like, guess what? I beat you. I'm speedrunning through this life, bitch. I got this.
I'm ahead of schedule.
Oh, I'm so ahead of schedule, it's scary. And then my dad's like, that's not good. And I'm like, I'm going to tell myself it's good. And just hope for the best. But yeah, the other day I actually tried coffee again. Because I don't like coffee. I really don't like the taste. I don't like the texture. It just does not bode well for me.
It's liquid. It doesn't have a texture. It's liquid.
It does have a texture. It has a gritty texture. It's just like you know whenever you get dirt or sand in your mouth? Huh? What?
If it's gritty, it's bad coffee.
Well, the bad part is I've had coffee from people that are like, oh, I'm a professional barista. I'm like, okay, cool. Make me a cup of coffee. And they're like, okay. And I'll taste it, and I'll be like, oh, there's a little bit of grit in it. And they always go, there's no grit in it. It's the smoothest coffee I've ever made. And I'm like, yeah, my teeth feel like you lied to me. And I've even, what was it? The pre-made ones from Walmart for iced coffee.
Yeah, that stuff is shit.
Well, the deal is that it's supposed to be smooth. It's literally supposed to be basically so much creamer in a bit of milk. I mean, a bit of milk, bit of coffee, and that's it. I can still taste the grit. And people get pissed off at me, and they're like, how can you taste the grit? I'm like, if I knew, I would fucking tell you. I can't. But it always, like, you know whenever you get dirt in your mouth and it has that crunch? Yeah, that's literally what it...
Oh, I can't stand the sand.
Yeah, that's literally what it is to me. And that's what it feels like to me every time I drink coffee. And I tried coffee again recently. Still tastes like shit. Still didn't like it.
I love coffee. I had to go without today, though, because I got to, like, pretty severe heat stroke last night.
Oh.
Really recovering from it. Yeah, I came home and I just upchoked so bad.
Momo.
Died. I know.
No. No die.
I wasn't drinking water. So.
You need to drink water.
I know. I'm aware.
I am horrible at drinking water. Like, straight up. I will go about basically any way to not drink water. Because I thoroughly believe water was made from the devil.
I mean, I just have a hard time and I have to do it. I'm also lazy.
Yo, Momo, I'm going to send you how just sent me. Because here's the deal. Hal is awesome because literally one of the fastest artists I know with doodles. And straight up,
Airways, man.
yeah, this is what, because whenever I said I was speedrunning life, I'd be like, motherfucker, I'm going fast as fuck, boy. My dad's like, dude, hold up. You ain't supposed to be getting this. And I'm like, nah, fam. I'm on like level 105 while y'all are like level 40. Sorry about you. I just speed run through life. What?
I trip a lot.
You know, the funny thing is, I will trip, but for some odd reason, my body's reaction is you are not allowed to fall, and sometimes it pisses me off because I'll want to try to fall on purpose, and my body's just like, you shall not fall. You will never fall, never falter, never waver. Oh gosh. Trying to draw Roger Rabbit is not easy. Like, straight up. And I'm trying to stretch him out. Not working.
Probably got one of the easiest characters for me to draw on that list. Not gonna lie.
Well, actually, funny thing is...
Because I've been reading your comics for so long.
And I thank you.
Still waiting for the next one to come out. But, you know.
Well, actually, funny story about that. I have jack shit to tell you on that. Okay. I have it all written out. It's just that I have not had any time to draw it out.
Stop buying his commissions, guys. We need the story. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Stop fucking buying commissions. What?
I said support Corey.
Support. But actually, the easiest character on the whole entire list that I put on there, guess who it is?
Who?
Fucking Kirby.
Well, you think he's easy, but then it's just figuring out what the frick to do with him.
He is like...
Because there would be a lot of background to do.
That is true. He is just adorable. He is a peach.
I
That
have that Kirby racing game.
Air Ride, I have it too.
Yeah, I love that shit.
It is so good. Oh my gosh. Everybody was giving shit to it, and I'm like, fuck you. It's so much fun. It is honestly one of my favorites.
I grew up with it.
I sometime need to sell some of my collection because it is getting way overboard.
Your game collection?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I had one of my friends that asked me, hey Corey, can you take a picture of your game collection and send it to me so that, like, because I want to become more versed in all different...
Showing it.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Or TikToks.
I was about to say, it's gonna take a couple TikToks. But it's so funny because he was like, oh yeah, just send me a picture. And I'm like, bitch, do you understand how hard it is going to be to take this picture? I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to get on a ladder and then take a picture. You know, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go rent an airplane and take a picture. Good gosh. And it's just like, oh dude, it's so easy. I'm like, yeah. Fucking, you do it. You come over here, take a picture of it. Let's see how well it goes. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Here's a list of all the games I have. And he's like, oh, a list? I'm like, yeah, because I went through and logged most of them. And he goes, wait, most of them? I was like, yeah, I can't log them all. I haven't had time to log them all. What do I look like? The man with infinite amounts of time on my hands? No, I'm a freelance artist and I'm working as a manager at a comic book shop. I ain't got no time. And while I was doing that, I learned something. I was like, holy shit. I have over 500 and something, almost 600 games individually. And that is not just a, oh, I have all those digital downloads. No, those are physical copies of games. And then I have about 300 to 400 digital copies of video games. And whenever it comes down to that, I mean, holy hell. Whenever figuring out how much my collection's worth, probably roughly around $12,000 to $13,000, roughly. I've been collecting since I was a wee little lad because I love video games. Like, little kid Corey is just like, everybody's walking around and being like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. And I'm like, I want some fucking video games, boy. Bring me to the video games. I'm on the top of the Washington Monument. Are you? Good gosh. This is what, oh, this is what I live for. Oh gosh, give me 1 second. I will send it to you real quick. I was just going hard in the sauce today. I keep hearing Link behind me and it's concerning me.
What? Excuse you?
I keep hearing Link behind me and it's concerning me.
Naughty the fuck? Yeah. It's because we're playing a randomizer.
Oh, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised by now.
What'd you do the link for?
And we've completely broken the game. It's fucking amazing.
Let's just say he said rupee, and I punched him in the face because I was not expecting him to say words.
This one still does it, which is why I used
That's rude.
Okay, imagine this. You're just chilling there, just minding your own fucking business. And the person that you knew your whole entire life just sits in front of you. And the thing is, you know that they don't speak. They don't. They have never said a lick of English to you, ever. And then they just look at you and be like, hey, what's up, man? And you're like, what the fuck? Don't tell me you would not punch them in the face instantly, thinking that they were an alien.
Because they're speaking English?
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Just randomly, all of a sudden, like, they have not spoke any form of language. Like, non-intelligible language. No intelligible speech. And then, just randomly, right off the fucking bat, they're just like, hey, what's up? You're like, the fuck? I'm sorry, I would fucking deck him so hard. The huh?
Stoner, but I'd just be like, okay, I swear I didn't take that big of a dab.
I'd be like, yo, this shit is hitting different. This is making my friends speak. I just slapped a moth out of the air like a fucking ninja.
What'd the moth do to you?
Stole my heart. Little asshole stole my heart. All you hear is just like and I'll do it again.
I was just thinking of like a small tiny scream in the background of you smacking him across the room.
No, he's still alive. I kind of like barely tapped him. So he popped down. He flew at my face. Was like looking at me like, the fuck? And then just flew off. Bitch, it's gonna take harder than that to kill me. I was about to say, be careful, because it can get Rule 34 real fast, slap it, and then it flies up to my face. Harder, daddy. Excuse me, what?
No.
How's about no? That was actually... So, here's the fun part. Whenever me and my brother were kids, well, teenagers, basically, my brother came up to me, and this was just randomly out of the blue, and he goes, bruh, here's the deal. I'm going to be so afraid whenever I have kids. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, if I spanked them and they said, harder, daddy, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with my life. I think I might die right there. I'll just be done. Gone. Simple. And I was just like,
Fun.
I looked at him and was like, where the hell did this come from? And then he's like, dude, what would you do? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm 2 years younger than him. And I was like, I don't understand what the term harder daddy means. I was the young child of, I have no clue. I would just be like, I would ask them, why would you want me to spank you harder? That makes no sense. And he looked at me with eyes of pity and goes, oh, you're so young. I'm like, the fuck? Hello? What do you mean? I don't get this. Please, help. Somebody. I need an adult. I don't understand this.
I am an adult.
No, you're not. You are not an adult, Abby.
Fair enough. Am I an adult?
Yes, you are.
Fuck off.
Oh, making people angry since 1994. That's what I do best.
Started around 1996 myself.
Valid. No, I figured out that old people don't fucking understand me at all. And this is the
I
reason.
understand old people too well.
Valid.
What's that?
It's the gospel truth. Oh gosh. But I personally, whenever I grew up with cartoons, I grew up with the cartoons of my grandparents. Not my parents, my grandparents. So whenever people would walk into like the pawn shop or comic book shop or anything like that, and they'd be like, oh, kids nowadays don't understand real good comedy from fucking good cartoons. And I'm like, oh yeah, like Squiddly Squid, like fucking Huckleberry Hound and shit like that. And they're like, the fuck? How do you know this? And I'm like,
This one's broken.
I look at them, I'm like, what are you talking about? And they go, who the fuck told you about Squiddly Squid? I was like, well, also got Magilla Gorilla. You got... And I just start naming off random cartoons, and they all look at me. Like, I've had a guy that like sat there and looked at me. I was like, how the fuck do you know? And I was like, fam, I grew up on this shit. Why are you asking me these questions, man?
What do you think, Corey? Am I doing it justice?
Give me 1 second. I'm sending you something real fast. We got a follower. Yes, by all means, it is looking absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Whenever I was younger, I thought that whenever somebody said opening up your third eye, I honestly thought that was a physical third eye that you could get. Oh, donut cake! What up? Holy shit! Welcome. It's been a hot second. But yeah, I thought that a third eye was legit, completely physical, and that it was in the middle of your forehead. And I wanted to have a third eye so bad. And then I was like looking up online how to open up third eye, and they're like, oh, through constant meditation, stuff like that. So I was sitting there every night meditating. I was just like, I'm doing this. I'm fucking getting this third eye. And it never came. I was so mad. Then somebody finally told me that it wasn't physical. And I was like, the fuck it ain't. I'm about to make it physical. I'm going to go and get an eye implant in the middle of my damn forehead and have a third eye. This is what I want. But, oh well. I also did try to give myself Shadow Clone Jutsu. With no avail.
Only I could have extra hands. That'd be so nice.
It would be, like, straight up. Honestly, I would have my shadow clones go and do work and everything like that.
I was thinking the same thing, dude.
And then I could just focus on the shit that I want to do. That I've
Do
been...
dishes. You do laundry.
Exactly! But knowing them, they would overthrow me and probably sacrifice me at the stake. And be like... I'll try to poof them, but then I would forget. I'm dumb.
No, legit, like literally poke them and then they're gone.
But I'm a dum-dum.
It's just like chopstick.
Like chopsticks. Meep. Just go up behind somebody. Meep. Ow, why'd you stab me? It's like, dude. Oh my gosh. If they started to sound like Beaker, I would be so happy. That would literally make my day. I would...
It's like, if you guys try overthrowing me one more time, I am bringing you guys out and dumping you in the sewers, and I'll take it out.
Exactly. I will give you to the sewer gators. I honestly... Yeah. I honestly thought sewer gators were real. Like, real. And that they could come up through the toilet and bite your ass.
No, they're not that good. If only, because then you could just stick one in and just, like, wait for, like, your enemy to come in. Like, bite them in the ass.
Exactly. And then it's just like, boom, no more enemy.
But it's not as easy as that. Nor is it easy to get one in a toilet.
Yeah, see somebody try to put a whole ass gator in a toilet. Welcome to Florida.
Right? I can see a Florida man trying to do that. He's like, got him now.
Got it. Check this shit out right here. I just take about 15 different bath salts, and then I decide to put a gator inside of the toilet. This shit's phenomenal. This will be the last shit you'll ever take. I think that's how people find snakes inside of their toilets, is because some jackass just walked up and just like, dude.
Shoved a snake in there.
No, there was actually back in my hometown. I remember, I don't remember if this was real or a dream, because the deal is I have not had confirmation of one or the other. Because, oh my gosh, somebody put a python in front of the McDonald's, and the person that was working there was like, fucking hell. It was like a dead python, and he picked up the dead python and threw it in the trash. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, and also, Hal, you want 6 fingers so you can play the piano? Guess what? I used to have 6 fingers on each hand when I was born. Ha!
I remember that one.
Yep.
You told me that.
Yep. And got those motherfuckers cut off. I should. You know, that would have been so cool. Because I would have been able to walk around and be like, somebody would walk up and be like, Amigo Montoya, you killed my father. Prepare to die. And they'd be like, how'd you know it was me? Pull out 6 fingers.
I don't think they'd be prepared for that.
Oh, that's a good idea to do, Cheesecake Warrior. Misty. This cat, I freaking swear. Come here. Well.
Did you die? What happened?
No, Misty knocked off my freaking old 2DS onto my new tablet.
Oh no!
It's not broken. But this is why I don't keep heavy things.
This one I'm keeping track of.
I am so sorry, everyone. This is why I don't keep heavy things above my tablet anymore. But son of a bitch. And trust me, whenever it comes to doing your portfolio, it is very, very crucial. Because it can help you get so many good jobs. Oh gosh, there we go. And then I'm gonna do this. Curly,
Oh, then I was gonna go here.
curly. I've always wanted to see somebody like eat something so sour that it actually makes their hairs curl. Cat? No! Back off! Back off! Back off! I love you! But back off! Hot damn! She's like, hey, let me sing you the song of my people. Oh no, I think she's on a warpath. She's just like, Era, I almost broke the tablet that he's working on. If I do that, then he will pay attention to me. This is the greatest idea since sliced bread. I'm like, no.
That's bad attention. Good attention, kitty.
Cat, I fucking swear. I love you, you're adorable, but please, can you stop? The tablet is still working. Oh, hot damn.
Otherwise, Corey would be singing a different tune of adorable.
Oh, yeah, yes. You'll be hearing the crashing of a lot of things, and me throwing my tablet against the wall. I would be quite the distressed. Oh, man. I've had way too many things break on me recently. I don't want any more. Oh, also another fun fact of trivia whenever it comes to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Did you know that after Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse appeared together on the silver screen, that was the only time they ever allowed it. They never allowed it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
How much legal shit they had to go through to be able to do that was ridiculous. And basically, it was easier to get Donald Duck and Daffy Duck on the same screen than it is to get Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny, because Disney did not want that in the slightest. They fought tooth and nail. They are ugh. And I'm just sitting here like, whenever I was a kid, I was like, "Ooh, they're on the same screen. I love it." It was straight history, because never again, you ever see them on the same thing unless somebody's doing fan art or Rule 34 art about them.
That's annoying.
Yeah, but Disney holds so fast to their IPs, it's ridiculous. Like Kingdom Hearts, whenever Sora got into Smash Bros,
Yeah.
the stained glass thing that they had for his stage, they took off Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Anything that had Disney related, they took it off. That is true. Chip and Dale is the closest thing you'll be able to get to now. Yeah. I know, but I was trying to pick her up because she likes to sit on top of my showcase of handhelds, and it bothers me because I'm like, you are going to knock this off. I know that you're like, oh, look at me, I'm a cute little cat. I won't fall. And I'm like, one of these times, I've watched you fall, and I know one of these times you're going to fall, and that is going to screw everything up. Oh, good gosh. But yeah. And Richard Williams is the guy who was the head animator for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and he was the guy who actually wrote the animation handbook. So,
See, I just liked, even though back then, how cohesive animation and the real people were in that movie.
oh, it was a nightmare apparently to animate.
Oh, I'm sure.
Whenever they were talking about it, he was just like, so Richard Williams was very well known for, back in the day, there is a couple different things that you have. You got, oh, that's true, whenever it comes to that cheesecake warrior, but you have animating on ones, which was the industry standard for the longest time, and that's where you got such really good smooth movement. And then there was animating on twos. Richard Williams did not really believe in animating on twos. He did not like animating on twos, even though it made things a lot easier. So you'll actually see a lot of different scenes in that movie. They were animating on ones. They did some animation on twos, but they were mainly doing animating on ones. And it was just so superb. And if you ever get a chance, there's another animation that Richard Williams did. Are you sitting underneath here? Why? There's another animation that he did, which was called The Thief and the Cobbler. The animation in that is so good. It is so good. I mean, the art style, I mean, trust me. It's something to get too used to, but straight up, oh, he animates on ones during the whole thing, and it's just so good, and it's so smooth. It's like butter. Oh, Little Island! Yes, it was so... Oh, gosh. He is absolutely incredible. And if you ever get a chance to read the animation handbook, or the animator's handbook, I absolutely love it. I even got the digital copy, because I have the physical copy, but I got the digital copy, where actually there's little videos that happen. And there's one scene that I love so much, because apparently Richard walked up to one of the eight, I think that's what they called them. No, I think it was the four old men or something like that. And oh my gosh, it was so funny, because he's just like, hey, what type of music do you listen to whenever you are animating? And he goes, the guy's like, for fuck's sake, does it look like I can pay attention to music and also draw at the same time? It was so funny. It was,
Sometimes, though, things are just too loud.
That is so true. And I have thrown, well, not completely thrown. Okay, I've thrown a couple things. I have completely turned off my phone. I have turned off all audio, because especially whenever I'm animating, I can't. I cannot listen to music, because it takes up too much brain power. It's a fun story. Remind me of Ward Kimball's Elastic. Oh, yes. One thing I will thoroughly love, and no matter how much Disney has kind of irked me whenever it comes to their treatment of the animation staff, the one thing I absolutely love is Fantasia. That was a beautiful masterpiece. It makes me jealous. I want to be able to draw like that, animate like that, to music.
I found that a lot of people who aren't really an artist, aren't a big fan of it. Like, in an artist in any way, like music, drawing.
Really?
Yeah.
Valid. I mean, to each their own on that. I will say that the best Disney movie ever made was Treasure Planet.
Oh my god, I love Treasure.
It was so good. And I was so pissed off on how they treated it, like McDonald's treated it. Because McDonald's spoiled the whole movie in their commercials.
Underrated.
Yeah.
It was underrated.
It's so stupid.
I don't know why it was so underrated, but it was. And it should have been as big as Frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Probably bigger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? It was McCall? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That is so cool. No, apparently I was watching another documentary about working at Disney, and it was from one of the first black animators at Disney. And basically what he described Walt Disney as was a guy who's walking around with a cigar in his mouth, puffing away, and would walk up, and like somebody that was working on a storyboard for like days, he would like walk up to it, look at it, and be like, I don't like it, change it. And he was actually really proud of himself The one guy, yeah, Floyd Norman, yes. He was so proud of himself because there was one time that he was doing storyboards and Walt Disney walked by and it was like, not bad, and just walked off, and it's just like, dude, Walt Disney just told me not bad to my storyboards. Holy shit. If I could have an animation boner, that would be where it would be. Oh gosh. Alright. At least I got my inking done whenever it comes to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now time to grab colors, and I'm just probably going to do only base colors right now. My brain cells are not functioning at full capacity. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a crap ton other. Ah! I messed up.
I'm trying to do some shading.
I messed up. No.
Where? How?
I didn't connect one of the lines. So doing my normal trick of, oh yeah, I'm just going to grab my magic wand tool, select the outside area, and then invert it, and then drop the color in, won't work. Because I missed one area, and I had to go and search for it. I feel like a programmer again, and I hated programming.
No, everyone who's went in to be a programmer always says that.
Yeah. Oh wait, Bugs Bunny cartoon Bully for Bugs. Important WB executive told Chuck Jones. Okay, you know, I know back then whenever it comes to Chuck Jones was still starting up and everything like that and getting established. But you don't go and tell Chuck freaking Jones what to do. Don't. Chuck Jones is like, It's like going and telling Hanna-Barbera, Hanna-Barbera, the company, because it's two different people, what to do whenever it comes to animation. It's like telling Seth MacFarlane, okay, well, you can tell Seth MacFarlane what to do. I mean, that's fine. He's smart, but, yeah. It's just insanity. Absolute insanity. Oh, good gosh. But, Momo, how have you been recently?
I've been alive.
You know, that's really valid. That's honestly valid.
Things have been bad, but there's been good things in between, so kind of makes up for it a little bit. Just taking it day by day.
Honestly, sometimes that's the best way to do it.
Alan's leaving in a few days.
Aww.
Yeah, he's going on that trip with his dad. Like his dad's here on the 1st.
No.
Yep. So I have a lot of time on my hands, which I've never had before.
That is actually one of that would be so difficult whenever it comes to having more time on your hands. Because I remember whenever COVID happened and I had a lot more time on my hands, and I just sat there and I was staring at a wall. I'm like, I actually have time to do tons of stuff, and I just want to. Me personally, I was like, I just want to go back to work, but it's so weird.
It is, because like for the past 4 years, that he's just my whole world has revolved around him and nothing but him. So with him gone and like out of that equation, I'm like, who am I? What do I do with myself? What kind of stuff should I do? It's like, do I go hang out with people or go do stuff with myself? Like, what do I do?
Yeah. Oh, actually, one of my favorite, what's it called? Comics that came from it was a parent that was like, I have all this free time. I could go do what I want. And then instantly the next panel is absolute crash, sleep, and it's just like, I don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah, but it's probably gonna be me for like the first week.
Valid. That is very understandable.
Like drinking, sleeping, drawing, just like decompressing. And then
Honestly,
I'll get bored
yeah.
and then do something.
Don't be like me. Please do not be like me, where I will go and find random shit all the time. It's like, oh, you know what? I need a new hobby to match my other 475 hobbies.
That's already me. It's too late for me, Corey.
No. Turn away from the dark side. They don't have cookies. Well, they do, but they're all made out of oatmeal raisins.
Excuse me, it's oatmeal chocolate chip, because oatmeal raisin is the superb one.
What? Nah. I will happily disagree with you.
That's okay. It's okay to be wrong.
And
Because
what?
oatmeal raisins are my top cookie. They are my number one cookie. And yes, my favorite cereal is Raisin Bran.
Okay, Raisin Bran is not bad whenever it comes to the cornflakes. I cannot stand raisins. I'm just horrible. I'm a horrible human being whenever it comes to that.
I couldn't eat those box raisins. I could eat like 3 of those in one sitting.
Well, that's with me and bagged carrots. I can devour those for hours. It just tastes so good to me.
On TikTok, if you put like lemon juice, salt, and pepper on them, they're supposed to be really good.
Ooh, I might try that. That's a really good idea. Ooh. I actually might try that because that does sound really good. No, what was it?
Putting like some of the ranch powder on it too.
Now that's where you leave me because I don't like ranch. I don't like salad dressings.
Oh my god, Corey. My favorite things are dressings and dips.
Oh, I was about to say, with me, it's just like, I'm the weird kid that when it comes to a salad, I will always eat it plain. I cannot eat salad with any type of dressing. The closest thing I can have for dressing is if there's chicken on it, I might use a little bit of barbecue sauce, but anytime that there's any type of dressing, I just cannot eat the salad.
No.
Yes, I know. I am a weirdo. I have had many of people tell me. There we go.
I don't want to drum hair, so let's just shade some hair.
Freaking valid. Oh, Lyndon B. Johnson? There you go. Oh, he did. Also, and thank you. Oh, who was the guy who did the voice for all the Looney Tunes? I'm trying to remember his name. He did Bugs Bunny. He did literally everyone. Honestly, whenever it comes to voice acting, he was the king. Like, it's ridiculous. Because he actually would have the arguments between Daffy and Bugs. He actually did it in one take. He didn't, Mel Black. Straight up. One of the gods of any type of voice acting. Because it was just like, he would argue with himself. But
all the time.
with like completely different voices. But my personal favorite was whenever he was trying to have Bugs Bunny make an impression of Daffy. So he's having one of his characters that he voice make or trying to do the voice of the other character while it's still in that voice. It hurts my brain. I wish I could be that good. You know the world's best... Oh, Secret Squirrel! I love Secret Squirrel. But... You know what the world's best snack is? butter buns. Like the dinner rolls. Oh my gosh, I love those.
Hawaiian rolls.
Like Hawaiian rolls. There's this one place that is right next to me. In the grocery store, they make their own homemade rolls. And they slap in butter. And oh my gosh, whenever it's actually good, it's really good. But sometimes they accidentally burn the top, and that stuff, can't, I don't understand how some people can eat it. It's just absolutely terrible. Cheez-Its. It's the snack that smiles back. Cheez-Its. Yes, I know, it's actually goldfish, but I'm just having a little bit of fun. Because I'm a horrible human being. Alright. Question.
No.
If you're going to have one skill, and this is for everyone, in the chat too. Alpha, you need to keep on drawing now. Do it. Do it now. No balls. But if you can have one skill that you can have perfectly mastered in one day. Okay? One skill. What would it be?
Hard.
Oh, I know, right?
A cool dance move that I could break out into. I like anytime.
Honestly, that would be pretty sick.
I'm lazy. I could go learn that because my buddy Damon would totally teach me how to dance. He actually does dancing over in Portland. But I feel like
I think you should do it. That would be so much fun.
like I can only shake my butt. That's it. And like not even in a good way, just like to make fun of myself.
I wish I learned how. I wish I could twerk too. I mean, I used to be able to when I was younger, when I was in high school, just to make.
I'm gonna throw out my tailbone when I do try to do that.
Whenever it sounds like, you know, whenever you jump into a trunk, I mean not a trunk, the like, bed of a pickup truck, and you hear that. Yeah, whenever that sound is actually my ass, whenever I'm trying to throw it back, like Miley Cyrus, it's a no-go for me.
Yeah,
And-
see, I can just feel my bones creaking if I try to like throw it back, and I'm like, you better not push it.
It's gonna pop out.
Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. I might be crippled.
Yay!
Walking around by the end of this.
But with me, I want to learn Spanish fluently. One skill, just be able to learn Spanish. And also alpha, animation or editing, valid. Editing is fun if you have the right software. If you don't have the right software, then it's a drag. But with me, I want to learn Spanish completely fluently. Because I honestly already get people asking me if I'm Hispanic. So I just want to be able to be like, see. And then I can confuse people. Because they'll start talking to me. And then they'll be like, oh, he's black. He doesn't know how to speak Spanish. So they start speaking Spanish. And I'll be like, hola, ¿cómo está? And they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, huh? Yo hablo español.
Learn sign language and Chinese. Chinese, so that when I go get my nails done, I know what they're saying. I just want to know because they probably
Straight up.
really, like a lot and really good. So I want to get in on that tea. I wouldn't say anything. I would just sit and listen.
Straight
I
up.
wouldn't be like, I hear you. I know what you're saying. I just sit and wait. I would wait for the juicy stuff to start going on.
Yeah, honestly, it is so fun to watch people that... Okay, So I remember one of the kids that was in my college. She was actually from Japan, but it was because her dad was stationed in Japan, so she knew Japanese. But they were from America. So it was so funny because we had a foreign exchange student that was Japanese. And then whenever we're talking to her about it, she was just like, it's hard because I had to learn English and everything like that. And there's nobody here that really speaks Japanese. And instantly, the my friend that was from Japan walked over and started talking to her in Japanese. And she's like, the fuck? And it's like, how do you know Japanese? It's just like, well, I mean, I live in Japan. I mean, and it was so fun to watch them. It was honestly beautiful. Oh, Reagan VTuber models. Nice. I actually just got Spine, the animation software that was also in Rayman Legends and all that fun stuff. And I am messing around with it currently. And I hate my life on it. Ah. It's annoying. That's fine. If I can also learn a different skill, I wish to learn how to pause time. So I can work on,
Nice.
yeah, just to work on the stuff that I want to do or anything like that.
But would it be like the Adam Sandler movie where we could like change things, alter things?
Honestly, theoretically speaking, if time has completely stopped, i.e., the molecules have stopped moving. You would, and it depends on what area. Is it the molecules that are in certain beings, or is it the molecules of the world? Like, say, in the Adam Sandler movie, if I remember right, water stopped. Everything stopped. Now, the deal is that, theoretically speaking, if that were to occur, then you will not have any heat. You would not be able to move because of the air would not be able to be pushed around you. You'd be frozen still, and you would suffocate and die. Theoretically speaking.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Theoretically speaking, if we're going based upon logic and science. But honestly, if it was that... Because also, the thing is...
Non-logical.
Oh, non-logical? Fuck yeah. I mean, you can interact with whatever the fuck you want. It's something that always gets me because
Logic, man.
Yeah, exactly. I love science and philosophy and psychology. Now, the thing is that one of my favorite things to do was to determine and dictate the possibility of superpowers and stuff like that. Technically speaking, the Flash would die. How would you suffocate if you stop time? Okay, so if you stop time, the thing is that taking in a breath, you are pulling the particles in the air into your mouth. If you freeze time, besides the stuff that's you, then thusly the air that you're trying to breathe in will not move. You will not be able to suck it in. Or, oh yeah, I want to definitely visit France, Spain, and Italy. That'd be fun. But also, theoretically speaking, like say if somebody comes up and is like, oh no, the only way that it would actually function is that if you had probably about an inch away from your body, that all the molecules in that area would be able to move, then theoretically speaking, you might be able to push through. You won't be able to go really fast, but it would be very... It's like walking through molasses, what it would be feeling like. And also, if you breathe too deeply, yeah.
Stand molasses. Literally cannot stand molasses.
I've always wanted to... I think I had it years and years ago, but I haven't had it since.
Uh-huh. Baked good, but I cannot stand the smell, taste, the look, anything else of making cookies or any baked goods with it in. I'm literally gagging.
Oh, good gosh. Yeah, valid.
It's gross.
Me, I cannot stand the smell of asparagus. Or Brussels sprouts.
I love those things.
I can't. I've tried.
I make really good grilled asparagus.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't be able to stand your pee afterwards because your asparagus makes
Yep.
your pee smell like asparagus.
Yep. And actually, did you know that if you eat enough Honey Smacks, it makes your pee smell weird?
Really?
Yeah. Whenever I was a kid, I used to eat, like... So you know the big mixing bowls?
Mm-hmm.
I would eat a big mixing bowl of cereal.
Dude, I love food.
I fucking love cereal.
Especially when I'm stoned. When I'm stoned, I eat so much cereal.
It's so good. It's like a cold soup.
Yes. I think that's why I like it, because I like soup.
It's honestly probably it. But also, it's relaxing.
It is. It's therapeutic. Pour yourself a nice big bowl, some milk. Good to go.
Well, and oh, look at that. Yeah. Okay, I kind of want to see it, but also I'm kind of concerned on how they're going to take the whole entire Minions thing. I really want to see how this goes, but I don't know how it's going to go. The new Minions movie that's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited, but also at the same time, I'm just like, there's been so many different Minion movies. I'm kind of concerned on... I know that they're milking it. They're milking it for all it's worth, but also at the same time, I'm just like, fucking Minions. It just tickles something in my brain that makes me happy.
Because they're fun.
They are
There's
fun.
nothing really to them. They're not good nor bad. They're just
Fun.
They're kind of like the Looney Tunes and the Animaniacs, but in
Exactly.
like this generation.
Honestly, yeah.
Because they're the comic relief we need right now. Just having just like shit giggle fun.
Yeah, honestly, because of all the shit that's been going down. Because, oh, good gosh.
Good lord, I could go on a rant on about that.
Same. And it ain't gonna... And the bad part is it's not gonna stop. And it better stop. It's... I won't harm anyone in... Oh,
I'll
look.
have to do like a live about it sometimes just to like vent it out.
Oh, yeah. Because, oh, I did actually see a really fun shirt today about racism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, your racism makes you smell like stinky, what was it? Like stanky taint or something like that?
I mean, that's what I think of when I think of a racist.
Exactly. And I'm just like, it was so funny because the guy who was wearing it, I was like, dude, when you walked in, I didn't read your shirt. I just read your shirt. Fucking love it. I'm going to use that all the time. But, oh, worst part is where I'm from. One of the politicians is being an absolute ass. Because he's the one who was going, oh yeah, atopic pregnancies. Yeah, no worries. Don't worry about those. We're gonna ban it that if you have one, that if you go and try to get a freaking abortion, that you're gonna get a felony because of it. And I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to wish ill on people, but you're making it so easy.
He's wishing ill on others, so, you know. It's
Exactly. It's fair fucking game. Fair fucking game. But, you know. I've been internally screaming for the past week. And externally. And, it's fine. Well, it's not fine, but I just gotta relax for a second.
Trigger laws that are coming along with it.
Oh my gosh! Don't. Did you hear that they're actually wanting to aim for Brown versus Board of Education?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here like,
Did you hear that they're gonna make women take pregnancies in certain states to get in and out of their state if they leave?
yes, I heard about. It's so fucking bullshit. Or my personal favorite is that there was a lady that was on heart control medication, and her doctors took her off of it because it could
Could hurt the baby.
it could hurt a baby, and she wasn't pregnant.
His name was Snoopy.
Just like, we're going back to 1796.
I'm gonna have to start wearing skirts again. God damn it.
And I'm not wearing chains again. Nuh-uh. Fuck that. I ain't not wearing chains again. Fuck that. No. 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 Gonna.
Only if you consent to it, of course.
You know the bad part is, I wonder. You know that there's so many different fetishes in the world. I wonder if there is a slave fetish.
There's
Oh. Did you hear about the Russian lady?
no.
Okay, so there was a guy who broke into this Russian lady's store. She overpowered him. This happened in Russia. They found the man in the basement of her business, tied to the wall, and for 3 days he was only fed Viagra and was kept as a sex slave for 3 days.
I mean, he broke into the wrong shop. What can I
You,
say?
you broke into the wrong shop. Holy shit.
Teach him a lesson, you know?
The one thing that gets me is there was a I want
You think of some fucked up shit.
I want to get myself a flintlock rifle or a muzzle, like the what's it called, muzzleloader Kentucky rifle, and then get a flintlock pistol and a fucking cannon. So if some motherfucker breaks into my house, I'm just gonna be like, he's down the hall. I'm gonna aim and then boom, and literally I'll probably miss him, even though he's like 5 feet in front of me, and it'll probably hit the neighbor's dog and kill the dog. But then I'm going to sit there and pull out my rifle and fucking discharge it, blow a hole that's the size of a basketball through the guy, and then get my cannon and fucking blast the other guy. Yo, and then the whole entire time, I'm gonna be drinking tea and eating biscuits and be like, oh,
Maniacal laughter.
exactly, and be like, oh, the ruffians.
Word just laughing your ass off.
Exactly, and just like, oh, ruffians, peasants, am I right?
Run, yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. If somebody came at me with a fucking musket, I'm running. Because the deal is that you know how hard it is right now to find a musket? If this motherfucker has a musket, he knows how to fucking use it.
I don't want to find out if he does or doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say, in Russia, nobody gives a shit whenever it happens. I mean, trust me, I remember back whenever I was younger that, at least in my old hometown, we didn't have thieves because nobody would let you be a thief. It was about a town of 200 people. They will fuck you up. But back whenever I was younger, I remember in town, if something happened, nobody would. I didn't see nothing. I didn't know. I heard somebody screaming. I didn't know. I didn't care. Honestly, I still think that we should be legally allowed to carry flare guns. I think that should be a thing. Because imagine this. Somebody is running at you. They have ill intent on their mind. You pull out your flare gun. And basically, boom! The guy ignites in flames. Nothing else. But, just letting you all know, we're probably going to have to end it for today. We had a blast. And Momo, your piece looks fucking phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. Oh.
I was actually going a lot faster than I thought I was going to be. I thought I was going to be a lot slower. That's for
You are
sure.
drawing Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, and that is absolutely gorgeous, Momo. Good golly. But
Aww.
I kind of went into some shading with mine. Yeah, maybe I'll finish it, maybe I won't. But thank you all so much for coming out. Momo, thank you so much for hanging out. It has been an absolute
Thanks for having
treat.
me on.
We have to do this
Finally
more
able to
often.
do this.
Hi, Momo.
Abby says hi.
Hello.
You can finally hear my voice.
Oh, give me 1 second. There you go. Now you can hear Momo's voice.
Hi, love.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, this is exciting.
I
Yes.
know.
If nobody has known about this, Momo has been around for forever on all my live streams. And
I found
everyone
out
in my household knows Momo.
Yeah, the whole household. But I'm the only one, I think, lucky enough to have talked to Momo now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That means we need to get Momo here.
I'm the winner.
I'm the winner.
I win, guys.
But,
Fuck yeah. Alright, take your headphones back.
yep. I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe.